Imagine that you're driving a car and there's a driver behind you who's trying to overtake you from the wrong side. He's honking continuously. How would you feel? Because you have no space to give and you know that practically it is not possible for him to overtake you with the limitation of space. How would you feel? Would you feel annoyed, irritated, angry, frustrated? Maybe one of these or maybe all of these. There's a good possibility that you would be having thoughts running through your mind like, what a jerk. Nowadays people have no patience. Why is he trying to overtake from the wrong side? He's putting me at risk, he's putting himself at risk, and all he wants to do is get ahead. Now let's imagine that he does manage to overtake you. And as he's doing that, you peek to your left so that you can get a good look at the driver. But in the process, you notice that in the back seat of that car, there is a woman who's bleeding profusely. And you realize that the guy was trying to overtake you because he was trying to get to a hospital fast. Now how do you feel? Do your feelings change? It's very likely that they do. Hi, I'm Divya Tampi, an emotional wellness and a mid-career coach. If you like this video, please like and subscribe so that you get notified every time I come with a new video. Today I'm going to talk about how to stay calm through an emotional storm so that you're always in the driver's seat when it comes to managing crisis situations or going through stressful situations so that you're not feeling chaotic. Oftentimes, when things are not going the way we planned or the way we want them to go, we feel frustrated or upset or disappointed or stressed. And we feel quite helpless because it feels like intense emotions cannot be changed. Not immediately, of course. But this particular example that I gave you shows us that emotions can be changed in a matter of moments. We think that emotions are a result of what is happening around us. It depends on the circumstances, the people, the situations. But in reality, our emotions are a result not of what is happening outside, but of what is happening inside. It is a result of the stories that we tell ourselves, the meaning that we make of what is happening on the outside. Emotions are energy in motion. And often, it is emotions that drive your actions. But the thing is, you are not your emotions. They are in fact the result of your thoughts, your beliefs, your assumptions. Now, what this means is if you can become aware of your thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions, then you have the option to change them, and consequently, you can change the way you feel. When you alter your thoughts, it changes the way you feel, and that in turn changes the way you respond to situations. The moment you choose to objectively inspect your thoughts, assumptions, beliefs that drive your feelings, you take over the driver's seat of your emotional life. Your feelings and emotions can no longer be at the mercy of other people, circumstances, or events. This is not to say that it's going to be easy. Just like good physical health requires daily workouts, emotional health also requires consistent investment of time and effort. But there is a simple trick that you can use to have a quick control over how you feel. Would you like to know what that is? So the trick is the pause. The pause is a critical act that provides us this window of opportunity to get off the speeding emotional train, to stand by the sidelines and notice that we are more than our emotions. That we don't have to ride this emotional train, and that we have a choice to reevaluate the story that we are telling ourselves. So let me break it down. The first thing to remember is that you have to start small and set an intention to notice the times when you get emotionally worked up. When you find yourself in the midst of an emotional roller coaster, pause. Bring your attention to your breath. Is it fast or is it slow? Is it deep or is it shallow? Intentionally slow down your breath. Breathe out through your mouth and breathe in through your nose. And keep that breath deep. Take 10 deep breaths. And notice the way your body relaxes with every exhale. By now, the intensity of your emotions would have reduced. Now check if pursuing the same line of thought or assumption will make you feel better or worse. Consider the different ways in which you can look at the situation and choose the one that will help you feel calmer. Let me give you an example. Let's say one of your friends calls you up and she tells you about how she's been feeling unwell with a really bad throat and bad headache. You feel very concerned and you start giving her advice about the kind of things that she could do to feel better. You tell her about how she should do saltwater gargles, apply a particular balm, and take some rest, etc. etc. And as you're doing that, she suddenly interrupts you and says, "Hey, I'm sorry, but I have to leave now." At this point, you may notice yourself starting to feel a little upset. This upset may be that you're starting to feel annoyed or you're feeling hurt. This is a good time to start with the pause. Pause. Close your eyes and bring your attention to the breath. Notice whether your breath is shallow, whether it is deep, whether it is fast, whether it is slow. Your intention is to slow down your breath. Take 10 deep breaths and notice your body relaxing every time you exhale. Now think, what are some of the thoughts which are making you feel the way that you are? The thoughts that could be running through your mind are, here I was trying to help her and there she is not even wanting to listen to me. She's always trying to put me down. She doesn't want to listen to me. And these may be the thoughts that may be upsetting you. Or it could even be that, I care so much for her, but she doesn't even care to listen to me. And that's what is making you feel hurt. But when you pause, you now have an opportunity to pay attention to your emotion, become aware of the thoughts, and then look at what are some of the options available to you. You have many different options. One option is for you to think that, maybe she was in the middle of something when she called me and suddenly she got reminded of the things that she has to complete and she had to leave. Or maybe that there were other family members who were waiting for lunch for her to join in and hence she had to leave. Or because she was feeling unwell, as she started listening to you, she was probably starting to feel physically tired and suddenly had the need to rest and hence she had to leave. You see, there are multiple options that you can choose from. So pick up an assumption which helps you to feel better, which helps you to take your focus away from the conversation and from this disempowering situation. The idea is that you choose an assumption or a thought which will help you to come from a more empowered place, which help you to think in a more positive way and hence calm you down. It's not about making it easy for others and not noticing what is going wrong. It is about choosing a position which is helpful to you, which will help you to maintain your emotional health in a better place. So now that you know the steps that you need to follow, try it in less emotionally intense situations to start with, and then slowly you can start practicing it in situations where it is more chaotic. Investing in practices like mindfulness, meditation, self-reflection on a daily basis will help you to become more aware of your emotions as they arise. And it will make it easier for you to use this pause. The pause can make the difference between you living a life of an emotional slave, being pushed and shoved in and out of tumultuous feelings by others, or you living the life on your own terms with the key to your emotional health firmly in your own hands.